Hello, instructions for week 13, one-page report with columns 13B. Go ahead and open a blank Word document. The first thing you'll do is change the font type to Times New Roman. I've used it recently, so it's coming up in recently used fonts, or I could have typed it and it would have come up alphabetically. And then I'll increase the font size to 12. And then I'll go into the paragraph dialog box launcher and I want to change the after spacing to 0 and the spacing to double. Actually, I'll keep it single. And then we'll begin typing. Once everything is typed, no worries, it is currently on 2 pages, but we'll adjust this when we create columns. So again, you can select the title and you can choose a text effect. If you were to choose one that has a white fill, you can always go into the text effects and go into outline and change the outline of it. And if you decide to add a color, you can go back and change to a different color. And again, you can select the outline for it so it stands out a little more. And make it larger. I went with 20, I think, last time. And if you wanted to go into text effects and choose a glow or reflection, anything you'd like, and center. So there are 5 side headings, and what we're going to do is select. So I'll select the very first side heading, and there's a couple ways to do it. So I'll select the first one, and then when I want to select the next one, I'll hold Control, point at that next one, and click. So Control, click. So otherwise, if I were to select and drag, I would be selecting everything. So I want to go to the next one, which is Employee Wellness. So I'm going to hold Control. So now I have 3, and there's 2 more. So I'll hold Control, Benefits, and then 1 more, Let Go. Hold Control, Health and Wellness, and 1 more, Campus Health Center. So I've selected all of them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what I'll do is increase the font size to 12. So they've all increased to 12. I'll choose a font color, and then I'll put it in bold. So I've done it to all 6 of the side headings at once. The other way you can do it is just select the first one, and I know I want size 14. And bold and green. So in order to copy it to all the rest of them, over in the clipboard area there's a paintbrush. You have to very quickly double click it. And then it has a little box around it, so it's selected. And then attached to the I-beam is a little paintbrush. So I don't have to necessarily drag the title. If I just point and click, it'll apply whatever I did to that one to the next one. And then I still have my paintbrush, so I'll go down to Employee Wellness, and I want it here for Benefits of a Wellness Program. Health and Wellness, and then the last one. Just make sure, because I still have the paintbrush on, that I click it once to turn it off. The next thing you're going to do is prepare for creating columns. So I like to put on what's called sections. So down at the bottom you have your word count and your little icon of a book with a check mark, meaning there's no errors. If there was a red check mark in it, or an X, it would be there's an error in there. So on this status bar, and that's where you have the zoom in and out, I'm going to right click, and these are options that you can have showing on the status bar, and I want what's called section. And you could also have page numbers so you know what page you're on, and then to click out of here, just click to the left or the right. So now I have what's called section. And right now everything, even though this is page 2, it's still section 1. While I'm here, I'm going to remove the hyperlink so it's the same color as the font. It doesn't stand out. I won't lose the actual address, delete it. I'm just going to remove the blue and the underline. So right click and choose Remove Hyperlink. So the next thing I'm going to do is select the 10 items that I want to be in columns rather than wasting this empty space over here. So choose layout, columns, and I want 2. Now, if you wanted to, in the column, there's more columns, and you could choose 2 or 3, or you could actually increase it to more here. This is your little preview. But if you wanted to put a line between it, you could do that. So it puts a line between it. Or to remove it, I'm just going to go back to more columns and then just uncheck it. And then OK. So now just to go back up here, and before I created a section, in this paragraph it's called section 1. Now when I click in here where I created columns, it says section 2. And then when I come below it, this is section 3. So there's separate sections because this is considered one column straight across the full 6.5 inches. So now I'm going to select my next 4 items, and I'll choose layout, columns, 2. So this is section 4 and this is 5. So I'm just going to delete that extra enter there. Just press delete. So now you can see that it's all on one page. So it fits a lot nicer having columns rather than just one column. So if we were to view this one page, again, it's pretty closely matched with the top and bottom, but if you wanted to, you could go to the page layout setup and then choose layout and center it vertically, and then you can have it just drop down slightly. Feel free to add a border or color, and I wanted to show you where the color, where gradient fill is. So if I were to go into a border, and you can maybe an apple, something healthy, it's health wellness, make me not so large, and then OK. When you go to page color, under fill effects, you have just one color, or you could choose 2 colors, and you could select both the colors that you wanted. So they're showing down here as samples if you wanted horizontal or vertical, diagonal. But you could go into what's called presets. And in here, there are so many to choose from. And again, whatever shows here is your sample. Whatever one you want is the one that will be here, and that's what you'll choose. So I'll go with that one for now, and you get that effect. So feel free to have any type of page color background and page border. Thank you.